4 straight overall.
Yeah, no, they're playing really well right now, and it's always good to get the start of the KCAC season kicked off in the right way.
Looking at their opponent tonight, the Bethany College Swedes, they are 8-20 overall, but 2-0 in KCAC play. And we kind of talk about, and I've heard from Coach Kant previously that, it really doesn't matter how you do in the non-conference portion of your season. This team has played 28 games, and they find themselves tied for first place in the KCAC.
No, you're exactly right, Casey, and don't let the record confuse you. At 8-22, but they played number 20, they played number 2, they played number 4 teams in the country, very, very close over the last month.
And looking at Ottawa this year, only 2 losses at home. We're back out on the turf today, and first time we get to call a game on the turf, called baseball yesterday, softball today. I can tell you I'm already enjoying the fact that the dirt isn't in our face.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Perfect day.
Perfect day.
As we get Kason Rasmussen on the hill for OU, she is the ace of this squad. As we get going quickly, we're starting a little early today, 6 minutes early. First pitch at 1:54, and her first pitch a fastball low for ball 1, as she will face Kayla Egley, the first baseman. 366 average for her. Rasmussen, the righty, wears number 1. This one's hit to third, 2 hops, it's off the chest, it's going to be a close play, and safe at first is Egley, as that one caught Fabian on a tough hop there at third, Matt.
Yeah, it looked like it just caught her in between hops there. As she came up to it, played off the chest, kept it in front of her, and just couldn't quite get it up on it over to first.
Rasmussen, looking at her numbers on the year, a 1.08 ERA. This is her 13th appearance, her 11th start of the year, 7-2 record. Has thrown 3 shutouts, has 1 save in 64 2/3 innings. As she has been the ace all season for this team. And her second batter will be Allison Rosa, the catcher, after a leadoff single from the Swedes. We'll play 2 today, as is the customary schedule within the KCAC. Only get to see each other once on the year, but play 2 at each venue before. It might be up in Great Bend, but a little different than with baseball, where you play 3 in one location, just get 2 and you move on.
Yeah, it'll be. It's always good. I mean, these games early in the season matter down the stretch for the standings, for sure.
Last pitch of fastball low as Rasmussen delivers the 1-1. Fouled at the plate as it goes back to the screen. We'll go defensive line up here for Ottawa. Hickman in left field, Pickering in center, Bates in right, Fabian at third base, Bunfield at short, Carney at second, and Lewis at first. Your battery of Rodriguez behind the plate, and Rasmussen on the mound as she's ahead in the count here at 1-2 on Allison Rosa. She is batting .393 with 8 RBIs. This is a team that can really swing it, Matt.
No, they really can.
Rasmussen going to get Rosa looking on a fastball on the outer part of the plate for out number 1.
You know, Casey, you mentioned about them being able to swing it. Not only can they swing it a little bit, but they've also got some power when they make contact. 19 home runs on the year as a team.
You talk about a hitter's ballpark today. 50 degrees at first pitch. The wind out of the west at 13. And first pitch delivery here from Rasmussen to Flores, the shortstop, Sierra Flores. 4 home runs, 28 RBIs on the season, but the wind blowing really out to left center right now. Flags are, a little quieter than usual down here, but that usually happens on the softball fields.
Right.
Here is at Alumni Park. Heading down for second, we're going to get a stolen base from Egley. Decent throw there from Rodriguez, but Egley, lots of speed there on the pads, and she's in a scoring position. Count at 1-1, 1 out. Top of the first inning. No score. Bethany blue jerseys with the white pants, blue socks. Bethany across the chest in gold, outlined in white. Ottawa gray jerseys, braced across the chest in white, outlined in gold. White pants and gold socks. Rasmussen's 1-1 delivery, swinging strike over the top from Flores. Ottawa 17-3 on the season, 4-0 in KCAC play. They sit at the top. These 2 teams, the only remaining undefeateds in the KCAC. McPherson sits at 3-1. 1-2 pitch from Rasmussen just misses low, and the count to 2-2. Good pitch there, looking for the punch out.
Yeah, nice and close. A pitch that makes the batter make a decision about if they're going to swing or not.
Flores with an on-base percentage of .469. on the season. The Swedes have played a lot of games, 28 on the year. 2-2 pitch to Flores, in there for strike 3 at the belt. Another strikeout looking for Rasmussen. He's 1 out away from getting out of this inning. And one thing you'll notice with Rasmussen, has the power, but at times will go to a little bit of a changeup and does a good job of moving to high level.
No, absolutely.
Batting cleanup for the Swedes is Liliana Martinez, the right fielder, and she takes a fastball for a strike.
I noticed today, Casey, everyone but the pitcher in sleeves.
And yesterday, only one baseball player without sleeves. 0-1 pitch, a rise ball high, and it counts for 1-1. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Rasmussen facing off against Martinez. The leadoff single for Kayla Eggs, which has now actually been switched to an error on Fabian. 1-1 pitch from Rasmussen, going to be chopped to second on 2 hops. Going to first is Carney for out number 3. So a leadoff single doesn't come back to hurt the Braves as Ottawa will come to the plate. Our score, Bethany 0. Braves stepping into the batter's box when we come back. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at William Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. We invite you to visit land-roberts.com.
Oh dear, they're everywhere, including the road you're on right now. If an accident with a deer happens, call CarStar. We'll arrange a tow, contact your insurance, and start the repairs with iCar Gold Class service. Relax, we'll take it from here. CarStar, 242-8916.
Back to Alumni Park as Bethany got that leadoff single, Matt, but Rasmussen able to get a couple strikeouts looking and then get a ground out to end the inning.
You know, you're exactly right, Casey, and one thing that's really nice noticing here at the park for our first time calling the field, calling the game here on the turf, good hops all over the field. Fielders should be comfortable fielding the ball. Going to get to him quicker than it has traditionally on the dirt and the turf.
Well, you talked about that. That was the first pitch of the game where Fabian got that ground ball that was hard hit, tried to keep it in front of her, did a good job of avoiding that one going all the way to the fence. Ended up being an error, but the game was just played so much cleaner, I think, on the turf. And with how much rain we've received the last few days, knowing that you can come out here and not have to worry about that at all as an additional element to what everything else is going on.
Absolutely. Now you're only fighting the other team and maybe the wind and occasionally the sun.
Sammy Bates will lead it off for OU on the mound for Bethany. Samantha Quezada, 4-9 record. Her 21st appearance has started 11 games for the Swedes. 84 innings pitched, 314 batting average against with 54 strikeouts. Bates from the left side. And she takes a strike on a changeup. And count to 0-1. Sammy Bates, a 5'6" senior from Olathe, Kansas, the transfer from Johnson County Community College. Hitting .443 this season. Takes another, this one a fastball that a little outside, and it counts to 1-1.
You know, Bates is a prototypical leadoff hitter, left-hander, likes to slap the ball, put the ball in play.
1-1 pitch low and outside, and the count to 2-1. Bates, who hit in the 2-hole for Ottawa 2 years ago for last year and the year before. Corey Lacey, who is now a student coach on this team, leading batting leadoff all 4 years she was here, and now you get to see Bates step into that spot. Another breaking, but this one a little low, and the count to 3-1. And Bates has plenty of power. A home run and 10 RBIs on the year for her, an on-base percentage at .553. She's ahead in the count here at 3-1 on Quezada. Fastball at the belt, and the count goes full. As Bates looking like she was taking the whole way there.
Well, you like that from your leadoff hitter too. Seeing several pitches, give the on-deck guys, ladies, and a chance to see stuff.
3-2 pitch and staying alive as Bates. That fastball was out of the zone, but did a nice job of just fighting it away. Bates slapping it from the left side, but one of the smoothest swings you'll see, Matt, when she drives the base with a softball. It can go a long way. 3-2 pitch. Again, just looped foul down the third baseline. Nice catch made by head coach Jay Kent. Give us a chance to introduce our two head coaches. Gregory Carey for Bethany, his overall record 21-31 in his second season. Coach Kent, a few more seasons than that. His 20th season, 472 and 374. As it is a 3-2 pitcher, Bates, and she stays away from a fastball that's high, and she gets a leadoff walk for OU.
Couldn't ask much more out of a leadoff hitter in the first at bat of the day.
As Coach Ken, his overall KCAC record now sitting at 212 and 114, which includes multiple KCAC championships and tournament championships. And now the opportunity to see Allie Pickering step into the box from the left side, and she can flat out hit it, and that one is driven deep. That one going all the way to the wall, and Kent is going to send Bates home. She is going to get the stand-up run, and Ottawa takes a 1-0 lead. And before I can even say anything about Pickering, drives one into the gap, and Ottawa leads 1-0.
Yeah, that pitcher was up in the zone, Casey, and she did not miss the ball that time.
21 RBIs on the season for Pickering now, and no outs in the first inning. Braves leading at 1-0 on the triple from Allie Pickering. I have to make sure I get numbers and averages out there quicker, I guess, Matt. A little bit more time, I guess, in baseball, so I don't have to rush it as much, but my goodness, Pickering not waiting around on that fastball, jumped all over it.
No, she saw 7 pitches in the previous at bat and knew what she was looking for when she stepped in.
To the plate for the Braves, batting third, the second baseman, Allison Carney, and she takes one in the dirt for ball one. Carney, the 5'7" sophomore from Valley Falls, Kansas, started as a freshman at short, has moved over to second base. 1-0 pitch, fastball up in the zone, swinging strike, and the count to 1-1. Carney, 290 average, no home runs, and 4 RBIs. Pickering standing at third after the RBI triple. 1-1 pitch to Carney. She'll show a bunt. It's popped straight up in the air, and the catch will be made by Rosa for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch to bunt on, Casey. The ball was up, and she had to kind of go up with her bat, which is usually a cardinal sin when trying to bunt, but...
Well, still just 1 out in the inning. Runner still standing at third. Ottawa leading 1-0. As Bates got that leadoff walk, came around to score on the triple from Pickering. The cleanup hitter for OU, Lindsey Loomis, the first baseman, takes fastball high. And count at 1-0. Loomis, 5'9" senior from Wichita, Kansas. A transfer from Pratt Community College. Delivery. This one's going to be ripped for a base hit and could be extra bases. That one into right field. Loomis turning for second. Pickering scoring easy. They're going to have Loomis dig for third. Can she get there? Yes, she will slide in safe. And what a start for OU here, Matt.
Absolutely. Another ball that was up in the zone from the Bethany pitcher, and that ball was roped into the right field corner.
And Ottawa, a team that has outscored opponents, now on the year 40-2 in the first inning.
You know, that's different than Ottawa teams have been in years past, where they came out a little bit slower this year, right out of the box.
So Loomis stands at third, change up in the dirt from Quezada. At the play for OU, the shortstop, Madison Bunfield. 1-0 pitch to her, rise ball high, and the count to 2-0. Bunfield, 5'3" freshman from Tarkington, Texas, and you know that shortstop position in softball is the one that you covet the most, and to have a freshman in that spot for a team that's 17-3 says a lot about Bunfield.
No, absolutely.
Rise ball high, and the count to 3-0. Bunfield, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs on the season, had a grand slam over the weekend against York, and had a really good tournament when Ottawa went to Oklahoma City and picked up some big wins there, and she's going to get a 4-pitch walk. As she'll take her base runners to the corners with 1 out here in the top of the first. Ottawa already with 2 across in their first inning of action. When you look at that schedule, some impressive wins for OU so far. Taking a game against Grandview as number 18 at the time, defeating all four opponents in Oklahoma City back on the 5th. Wins against Langston, A&M San Antonio, Baker, and the big one against number 4 Oklahoma City, 1-0. So Ottawa showing if you want to try and out-hit them, they'll go bat for bat with you. But defensively, winning a game 1-0 against a team like Oklahoma City, very impressive.
No, absolutely. Many different ways many different styles that Ottawa is comfortable playing with.
Designated player today. And that one actually caught Durney. It did. Caught her on the elbow. So the bases are loaded. Had the elbow guard, sometimes you can't really tell. And I think that's Bethany head coach Carey's going to come talk about whether that she might have leaned into it, but it looked like it was inside just a little bit.
It did. Casey, it looked like she was, clearly within the confines of our batter's box when the ball did hit her.
It's another thing with the turf, right? Since a dirt field, after about 4 innings, all the lines are gone, and you see slap hitters almost make it halfway down the line where, it's much easier for an umpire to see those things.
Absolutely.
Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 1st inning, Ottawa leading 2-0 over Bethany. And popping this one up in the infield and making the catch is Rosa on the pop-up from Justice Rodriguez. So big out there for Bethany with the bases loaded.
Yeah, it just looked like that pitch was a little bit inside on her and kind of jammed her, and it was just a little pop-up that the catcher was able to field cleanly.
Batting 8th will be Sierra Fabian. And a big spot here, bases loaded, 2 outs, Braves up 2-0. First pitch to her, popped up and into the net behind us for a foul ball. Fabiana, 5'4" freshman from McKinney, Texas. And you talk about the hot corner when you have both freshmen at shortstop and third base.
Absolutely.
Have to be tremendous players. And talking with head coach Jay Can as that fastball was high, counted 1-1. These young players are fearless. And they take instruction and they go with it, and they don't really realize, how big the moment is. In some cases, so far, they have shown out.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch, swinging strike. Sorry to interrupt there, as it's 1-2.
No. It's, and that's good, right? I mean, obviously they're not, the moment's not too big for them at this point.
And Fabian with a chance to really break it open here for OU with a base hit. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 1st inning. He's going to lift this one to right field. This one might have eyes, and it does. It drops. That's going to score 1 run. Here comes 2. And the Braves have scored 4 in the bottom of the 1st.
Just a well-placed ball, Casey, kind of scored it in over into no man's land, but the Bermuda Triangle in right field, if you will.
You had the first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder all chasing. In right field, Martinez shaded a little bit more towards center, not really playing down the line, as going the other way with it was Fabian. And Ottawa with a chance to have everyone at the plate in this. And this one's lifted to right field by Hickman on the first pitch, popped way up in the air, but the catch made in right field by Martinez. But the damage done by OU, 4 runs on 3 hits, as 1 left on base. We will head to the top of the 2nd inning. Braves 4, Bethany nothing. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
Buy all your motor supplies from QSI. They not only sell steel and trim, but also windows, screws, underlayment, concrete, lumber, windows, doors, and much more. Visit us in Richmond or give us a call at 785-835-6100.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. We appreciate the people of Franklin County. We serve some of the nicest folks you would ever want to meet. Thank you. We appreciate your patronage. This is Dangle & Son setting the standard for funeral service.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaging local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, and insights from nationwide businesses. Talk to Stephen Bradley, 785-242-4700, extension 108.
What a start for OU. Braves lead at 4-0 after 1 inning as Braves batted around in the first mat.
Yeah, no, that's a great start to the home opener here, home conference opener for the Braves.
In to step in here in the second inning for Bethany, it'll be Morgan Russell, the designated player, batting fifth in the lineup today. As Rasmussen gave up a leadoff single in the last inning, didn't allow the runner to get past second base, though. She got 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And she will start out Russell with a fastball down the middle for strike 1.
You know, and Rasmussen right now can feel comfortable knowing that she's got a 4-run lead.
0-1 pitch, just outside. A little bit of, looking at the spin on that one, a little bit of a slider that time, trying to work on that inner half, or the middle part of the plate and work outside to a righty. 1-1 count. Rasmussen facing Russell. 1-1 delivery, rise ball that actually goes over the head of the catcher, Rodriguez, and counted 2-1. And making the walk down there, you felt like it was going to be a little chillier than what it is now. It's wind calm for the most part, and 50-degree day. It's major improvement from what we had yesterday with baseball. 2-1 pitch from Rasmussen, missing just low and outside, and the count to 3-1.
As you add in extra excitement for being at the field.
That's right. Well, and baseball playing here at 3:30, so make sure hopefully you brought your glove in case we get some foul balls headed our way. Praying for my car out in left field as well. 3-1 pitch from Rasmussen, misses high, and a leadoff walk for Bethany. Rasmussen, a 5'8" junior from Santa Cruz, California, transferred from Weatherford College down in Texas. They'll get a pinch runner out there. Number 4, the designated player. That is going to be number 3, Calissa Lucero. That will pinch run. Runner at first for Bethany with the leadoff walk, trying to get back from being down 4-0. As Otto was able to get 4 runs on 3 hits in the bottom half of the first inning. Batting second in the inning, Melinda Craddy, the third baseman, 6th in the lineup, and for the second inning in a row, Bethany able to get the leadoff hitter on the base pass. First pitch low and inside, and that's 5 straight balls here from Rasmussen to start the second. And no, it was a long inning, so sometimes that can take, as it's positives, you score 4 runs, but sometimes as a pitcher, you can get a little cold sitting up in the dugout.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Casey, you're right.
1-0 pitch from Rasmussen. That's in there for a strike, and the count at 1-1 with the fastball.
And it's like reverse announcer's jinx. We talk a little bit about it, and all of a sudden strikes start flowing.
338 average for Craddy. Has 14 RBIs on the year, 1 home run. 1-1 pitch, swinging strike on a fastball low. Count to 1-2. Rasmussen this season, 55 strikeouts in 65 innings of work. ERA at 1.07. One-two pitch from Casey. And there for strike 3, the third strikeout of the afternoon. Caught looking for the Swedes.
Yeah, nice job by Rasmussen to battle back down 2-0 in the count to come back and throw 3 straight.
And now at the plate will be Quezada, a chance to get a little redemption after the 4-run scored by Ottawa in the bottom of the first. Fastball for a strike from Rasmussen. Ottawa really just kind of playing, not really playing any type of shift so far, pretty much straight up. 0-1 pitch, chopped at the plate, foul. And quickly, Casey ahead at 0-2.
Yeah, infield tends to be pretty much normal depth at this point.
Oh, 2 pitch, runner at first for Bethany, 1 out, and a fastball just misses outside from Rasmussen. Quezada, 4 home runs and 15 RBIs, so has the power to match the ability to throw it on the mound. 286 average. 1-2 pitch from Rasmussen, looped foul towards the Bethany dugout. A chance of rain, much less than yesterday. It was 100% the entirety of the baseball game yesterday. Today it is around 10% until this evening. It is supposed to start raining again, so hopefully we avoid all of that. 1-2 pitch. This will be hit towards third on a hop. Ottawa can go to second for the force, but Quezada too much speed as fielder's choice there for OU. That time by Fabia did a good job of staying down on that one a little longer than the one we saw in the first inning. Got the force out at second.
Well, and the nice job with Fabian there is the ball took her towards second base, and she had time instead of having to square her shoulders and make the long throw, take the easy out.
2 outs in the top of the second. Braves up 4-0. Quezada standing at first for Bethany, and a fastball to the lefty, Millennial Sarah. Talked about the youngsters for OU, a lot of youngsters for Bethany as well. You look up and down this team, a lot of freshmen and sophomores. This one hit right back to Rasmussen as she will go to first for the third out. No runs, no hits, one left on base for Bethany as we go to the bottom of the second inning. We're listening to Ottawa University softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
As a minimalist, paying less for insurance is more.
Nice place. Is your house a bubble?
It's a dome. I find corners unnecessary.
At Liberty Mutual, that's how we feel about overpaying for insurance.
But I do miss having shelves.
What would you put on them?
Nothing, obviously.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
When was the last time you gave someone you care about a gift? Just because. It's not their birthday, not a holiday when they would expect it. It's just another day. And they're getting a new set of earrings, a new bracelet, a new ring, recreated from a family heirloom. Just because. It doesn't have to be a special occasion for you to visit Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you pick out the right gift from their vast selection anytime, even when it's just because. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main.
Ottawa up 4-0 as they come to the plate in the bottom of the second inning. As Ottawa goes back to the top of their lineup of Bates, Pickering, and Carney. And Matt, talk about, how you did a little bit about, the leadoff position, having a player like Sammy Bates to lead off, but it's a plus whether she gets on or if she gets out, because if she goes out, she comes back to Alec and tells her exactly what she's saying. When you have two players that hit over 400 from those two spots, it is so difficult to deal with a team right out of the gate.
No, absolutely. And, that's the advantage of having a patient leadoff hitter, sees a lot of pitches, gets to, that's a tough out, makes it harder for the pitcher. And if she does get on, then there's pressure immediately right there for the two-hole hitter to drive her in.
Bates walked in the first inning, came around to score on that triple from Pickering and takes a change strike. Counted 0-1. Quezada has had success with strikeouts, 54 Ks in 85 innings, but gives up an average of 317. 0-1 pitch to Bates, popped up in the infield. This one could have a play, and it was made right in front of us for out number one.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Nice play by the catcher there. She got back and got the mask off and turned around, and that's a tough play working close to the netting.
It's also the third pop-up from Ottawa within about 5 feet of the catcher, Rodriguez, and just a signal of Ottawa getting out in front of it a little bit.
I think just getting on top of it.
And probably the slowest change-up we've seen from Quezada so far. Pickering takes one closer to the numbers for ball one. 21st RBI of the season for Pickering on that first inning triple. He pops this one up, heading foul. It's going to be a play not made. It fell between the shortstop and the third baseman, Craddy and Flores, in foul territory. Neither of them called him off.
Yeah, a second life here for Pickering, and more times than not, it spells bad news for the defense.
One thing that is different now is there's more foul territory than what used to be out here at Alumni Park. This one's lifted high to right field, tailing foul as it gets out of play at the count of 1-2. Ottawa, I have to mention every time a team does this, we're in the stirrups today. Always a good look. Yeah, I feel like teams have got away with that, especially in Major League Baseball, but you see it a little bit at the college level.
Yeah, but no, it's always a good look.
White socks with gold stirrups, I should say, more so than the other way around.
If I'm not mistaken, they might have a couple of different stirrup looks.
They do, yeah. Well, and they've added a gold jersey, I believe, this year. They've had one and have a lot of color combinations they could go with. 1-2 pitch, outside, and the count goes to 2-2 as Pickering staying away from the fastball.
Yeah, good eye right there. That pitch was close.
One out. Bottom of the second inning, Braves up on top of the Swedes 4-0 after the Braves put up 4 in the bottom of the first. 2-2 pitch. This one's lifted to right field down the line, and it goes foul. But again, driving it. And you see Martinez creeping closer and closer to the line here down the first base side.
Yeah, I mean, by and large, Quezada hasn't fooled the Ottawa hitters much today. When the contact's been made, it's been solid.
2-2 count on Pickering in this matchup with Quezada. This one's lifted down the left field line. This tries to go the other way, and it's foul.
Good battle right here. Seeing a lot of pitches. Putting the ball in play.
Quezada with 32 pitches through an inning and a third. Two count to Allie Pickering. Breaking ball delivered. This one lifted to right field, coming in hard. The right fielder making the grab on the line drive is Martinez for the second out.
Looked like that pitch was another one of those slow changeups, and she was just out in front on her front foot and couldn't really drive the ball, but still hit it on a line to the right fielder.
Batting third in the inning, Allison Carney. 0 for 1 on the bunt attempt that turned into a pop-up in the first inning. Not homered this year. Had 4 guys at another pop-up in the infield, and that's going to do it for Ottawa in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, none left on base. We go to the top of the third. You're listening to Ottawa University Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshares. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, well, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And the process started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the crazy thing is, this never ends. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. I guarantee if we can't cancel your timeshare, you'll pay nothing.
Were you lied to when buying a timeshare and want out? Get the facts about timeshare cancellation. Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-970-8855. 800-970-8855. 800-970-8855.
Braves lead the Swedes 4-0 as we start the top of the third inning. 9-1-2 for the Swedes. Callan, Egley, and Rosa. Callan, a 400 hitter. No home runs and 1 RBI. And a very important 0 up there for Bethany to hold Ottawa in the bottom half of the second. A quick inning there for Quezada.
Sure.
Rasmussen fastball low and the count to 1-0. Bethany's been able to get the first hitter onto the base pass to start each inning, but hasn't gotten any farther than second base. 1-0 pitch from Rasmussen, chopped at the plate. That sounded like it hit the plate. Rasmussen going to go over to first with it. Able to get Cowan by a couple steps for the first out.
Nice job though by Rasmussen on the slow roller out in front to come in and settle herself down and pick the ball up and make a good throw to first. A lot of times pitchers get rushed and end up airmailing it down the right field line.
And I've been curious. I haven't really been out there to look, but it looks like that home plate is a real home plate, not the painted-on look like you see it at some turf fields. Because that sounded That ball is lifted deep to left field. It goes foul. Best contact of the day so far for Bethany. Egley able to actually catch it on the barrel. Would have been trouble if it stayed fair. But you see a lot of the turf fields that have the fake or as I mentioned, the painted on home plate, and that ball played exactly how you would expect on a dirt field. So
yeah, the good solid thump of the home plate.
No balls and a strike to Egley. Fastball inside and low, and the count at 1-1. Egley reached base on an error in the first inning, a hard hit line drive, or ground ball, to Fabian, which maybe a little harsh on the on that ground ball, but maybe one that you'd expect Fabian to make. 1-1 pitch, and a little bit of an off speed there from Rasmussen that had Egley way out in front for strike 2.
Yeah, just pulled the strings a little bit.
Rasmussen looking for her fourth strikeout of the ball game. Now she's ahead in the count at 1-2. One-two delivery went low with the fastball and outside, and the count at 2-2. Egley, as most teams now have, a leadoff that bats from that left side, open stance. 2-2 delivery from Rasmussen in there for strike 3 looking. And again, it's a mixture of a little bit of an off speed and a slider that's working back into the hitters and not thinking it's going to be a strike. And that's all 4 strikeouts have been looking.
Yeah, no. She kind of started that slider out over the middle of the plate and it worked right back into the left-hander.
Second out here at the top of the third. Ottawa leading 4-0. Rasmussen's 4th strikeout. Rise ball that just misses to Rosa for ball 1. One-0 pitch from the righty. Lifted foul down the first base line. Count at 1-1. It's an Ottawa team that's won 10 out of 11, that one loss at the hands of Grandview back on February 27th. One-one pitch from Rasmussen, just misses low, and a count of 2-1. One thing that is impressive, Matt, you look at the stage that Ottawa played on in Oklahoma City, in the location of the NCAA College World Series Division I, and you play against basically the host team and hold them to no runs, and then you dominate in the other 3 games, says a lot about where this team is mentally.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
2-1 pitch, lifted down the right field line, tailing foul, and it does, as on her horse down there in right field was Bates.
Back to your point, Casey, about where they were mentally, with Ottawa having a lot of youngsters that are contributing, being able to be on that big stage early and showing that they belong, not overwhelmed by the moment, pays dividends as the season progresses, because we know the KCAC would be tough and a grind down the stretch.
Well, both these teams have played a schedule full of non-conference ranked opponents and teams that are at the top of their conferences. 2-2 pitch to Rosa, just misses. That one looked good at the belt, might have been a little outside. Count goes full. Here's Rasmussen here with 2 outs. 3-2 pitch, chopped too short. Couple hops, bunt fill up with it, over to first in time. 4 out number 3, 3 up, 3 down for Bethany in the top of the third. Ottawa leading 4-0. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
No one likes to hurt, so if you do, contact the licensed physical therapist at Advent Health Ottawa. Their physical therapy plans can help you feel good again, in body, mind, and spirit. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com or call 785-229-8343. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you.
You can get your COVID-19 vaccine now at Kramer Pharmacy, your local Ottawa pharmacy at 134 South Main. Call us today at Kramer Pharmacy, 785-242-2055, or visit KramerRx.com and we'll put you on the waiting list and provide you with more information. Your health is our priority at Kramer Pharmacy. It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Welcome back as Ottawa leads at 4-0 as they bat here in the bottom of the third. As I was chatting with Julian Mendez and Thomas Pearson, offensive and defensive coordinators for Ottawa University football. Julian Mendez married to assistant coach Sam Mendez, so always out here watching the Braves play. So we were kind of sitting in his spot today, got the table set up, but and one of the things this year, Matt, and changes with the university is on Wednesdays no classes at Ottawa. So these day games, students are able to get out here, get to watch some games after going to some professional growth day opportunities from 9 to noon. One of the changes that have been made at OU this year.
Well, that's great. Great for them to be able to take advantage of those.
Will be Loomis to lead it off for OU, takes fastball outside, and also a change to 8-week terms and kind of allowing students to take more classes in off season and then kind of take a few less when you're in season so you don't feel so overwhelmed, which is a great change. Bunt attempt that goes foul, and so it'll be 1-1. Loomis tripled to right in the first inning, also has an RBI.
No, it's great to hear that the university's made some changes from that perspective because, at the end of the day, they are student athletes.
1-1 pitch. Oh, a nice changeup that just misses. Looks really good for him here. Might have dropped a little out of zone at the end, but, from my perspective as a student coming in, my first semester took 15 hours. 18-year-old kid, it can be overwhelming. And if I had an opportunity to kind of ease my way into it and take one or two classes at a time, it might not have felt that way. This one hit to right field. Martinez back on it, makes the grab, as she has been active out in right field. Ottawa making good contact, but not driving it as much as we saw in that first inning.
Yeah, absolutely. Just missed that ball, got up a little bit, and held up in the wind.
Brings up the 5-hitter Madison Bunfield, the shortstop, who ended the top half of the inning with a putout. Bunfield shows bunt, brings it back, and then takes a strike. Counted 0-1. Keizada's really settled down. That's 4 straight she's retired after having a rough first inning, 4 runs on 3 hits.
Well, and she's really mixing her pitches right now.
Bunfield walked back in the first inning in the count at 1-1, and she takes a fastball high.
Yeah, Keizada's just mixing the pitches up and keeping the Braves hitters kind of off balance right now, kind of guessing what's coming next.
1-1 pitch, that one low, and the other thing that she's done well is get ahead in the count. That first inning started off with a walk, got behind on Pickering, had to throw her a strike, and she put it out in the gap. Same thing happened with Loomis, where she was at 3-1 and got in trouble. Bunfield, that time, swinging for about as far out of the fence as he could go on that swing, all the way out of her shoes. Was looking for the solo shot there, but swings in front of that one in the count of 2-2. So one popped foul back to the netting. After sitting around for 9 innings for 4 hours yesterday, I'm really enjoying that. Through 2.5, we've only played 37 minutes.
Yes.
Getting after it here. 2-2 pitch, rise ball high, and we're full, and Bunfield has done a tremendous job at the plate, battling back from 0-2. And she's gone full 1 out. Bottom of the third inning, Braves up 4-0 on Bethany. 2 low remaining undefeated in the KCAC. Bunfield, another one just back to the screen. And we'll go 3-2 one more time.
Yeah, continues to battle the Ottawa batters today have really made Keizada throw a lot of pitches to him so far.
44 total pitches for her. Fastball smashed foul. Out of play. Coach Camp didn't seem too phased as that one went over the top of his head.
We would say that's a double in a round park.
3-2 pitch from Quezada in the dirt, and Bunfield gets her second walk of the afternoon in 2 plate appearances as she will jog it down to first. Third walk issued by Quezada. And the first base runner for Ottawa in an inning and a third. Brings up Candace Durney, the designated player. Bunfield going on the play. That throw going to go over the head of the second baseman, Cowan. And taking second base is Bunfield. The runner in scoring position, Coach Kent always aggressive on the base pass, something we've seen from him his entire career. Always going to challenge a catcher. As Rosa, just a freshman, Coach Kent going to take that chance. 0-1 pitch, swinging strike as going over the top of it was Durney. She's hitting .326, 2 home runs, and 13 RBIs.
And I believe that's stolen base number 7 on the year for Bunfield.
Durney, a 5'8 freshman from Loyalton, California. Behind in the count at 0-2. Bunfield stands at second. 1 out, bottom of the third. Braves up 4-0, looking to add. Another rise ball high and out of the zone, strike 3. Big strikeout for Quezada. Her first of the day. Brings to the plate the catcher, Justice Rodriguez. Popped up in the first inning. First pitch to her, a rise ball high as Quezada had some success getting that worked into her pitching repertoire. As this game has gone on, we really just saw the fastball and a little bit of a change-up in the first inning and then added in that rise ball, and it's kind of added something else for Ottawa to think about. 1-0 pitch and breaking ball in the dirt, and the count at 2-0.
Yeah, and it sounds strange to say, but her change-up's almost 2 speeds of a change-up. You got slow and then slower with it.
And a couple of those slower ones are the ones that Ottawa's popped up, deep to right field.
Yes.
And in a normal case would have been driven. Rodriguez going to pop one up. This one playable for the first baseman. Catch is made by Egley to end the inning. So Ottawa leaves one stranded, no runs, no hits. We go to the top of the fourth. Ottawa leading 4-0. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We're all ready for spring. Now's the time to get ready for spring projects with help from the Home Depot. Install a brand new faucet, lay down fresh new flooring, roll on a bright new coat of paint. Need to figure square footage or paint coverage? Our project calculators will do the math. Do it all from our app and get delivery right to your door. Download our mobile app to get started. Bring on spring with innovative help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Be all right. And we're back here in Ottawa. Braves and Swedes. Ottawa up 4-0 on Bethany as we start the top of the fourth inning. Kason Rasmussen through 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, a walk, and 43 pitches. Is not through 3 innings. Bethany has made some contact. Ottawa's made some good plays in the field, though.
No, absolutely. Ottawa's been solid, especially on that side. I mean, maybe on, due to the first ball of the game, but they've been solid ever since.
And she made a big play in the last half inning.
Absolutely.
The last inning to get a ground out. Leading it off will be the 3-hitter Flores. And she gets a fastball and way behind it for strike 1. On that swing, Flores, .350 average, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. One of the few upperclassmen on this team, a junior. 0-1 pitch from Rasmussen, going to be hit to short. Bunfield charging. Will make the throw and get the out for the first out of the top of the fourth inning.
Nice play there by Bunfield. I mean, it was all rhythm. Bounce, step, throw.
Similar, you're seeing some trends here for Ottawa offensively. The pop flies, especially in the infield, but for Bethany, a lot of ground balls to short and third so far. and it's just getting on top of that spin and driving it right into the ground. Where Rasmussen is delivering right now as she starts full fastball to Martinez, the right fielder.
Now with the wind blowing out today, I take my chances on ground balls.
0-1 pitch low, and count at 1-1. 300 average for Martinez, a homer and 10 RBIs on the season. And I'm trying to figure out, Matt, we'll have to ask Bethany what the logo they have on the right shoulder of their jersey. It's not a KC, so I'll be interested to see what it is. 1-1 pitch from Rasmussen low. And count at 2-1. Everyone kind of has a motto for this year. You know, you look at all the different teams, and everyone's got some symbol that kind of means something to your specific team. So kind of interesting. It's in red, not like blue or gold. 2-1 pitch from Rasmussen in there for a strike with a fastball on the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-2. Talking about uniforms, the Baker baseball team just walked by in some baby blues, and I'm trying to think back if I've ever seen Baker with a baby blue color.
Yeah, it's not a dominant color in their color scheme.
2-2 pitch chopped at the plate. I feel like everyone has tried to go with a baby blue look at some point. Thought it was the Royals that walked in wearing their Sunday baby blues. Someone from Baker have to tell me if their color is actually navy blue or black. That's another one that I've always wondered over the years. 2-2 pitch, low and inside, and the count goes full at 3-2. Yeah, we'll have to keep you updated on that game as well. A non-conference matchup. That one was scheduled to play in Baldwin City, was moved to Ottawa due to the amount of rain over the last couple of days. One of the nice things about having a turf field.
Yeah, absolutely. And many years past, Ottawa's had to travel to find dry fields.
3-2 pitch from Rasmussen, chopped down the line. That's going to be a problem. Into the corner, that ground ball goes well hit. That's at least two. Bates going to try and track it down in the corner, and a stand-up double for Martinez. Diving play by Loomis, but that ball on a rope.
Yeah, it was just well struck. It was hit hard and right down the line, right over the first base bag.
Martinez doesn't get out very often. 444 on base, or 440 on base percentage. Potentially getting a base pinch runner, I would expect here for Bethany. As that is the first hit that Rasmussen has given up. Tried to keep my mouth shut for as long as I could there, Matt.
Exactly.
Almost slipped up, started the inning.
Yeah.
Tried to change the subject, but now it's just giving up one hit. We can talk about it a little bit.
Absolutely. Looks like number 13.
Into the game for Bethany will be Haley Bates, a freshman from Blue Ridge, Texas.
Are you familiar with where Blue Ridge is?
I am. This is a small world. I didn't even look at this. I hadn't had a chance to really look over Bethany's roster as Rasmussen starts out with a strike, but my family is from Blue Ridge.
Wow.
Now going back on my dad's side, so I've been there one time in my life for a family reunion, and that was a small town.
Wow. Centrally located in Texas?
Depends on what. I think it's a little more. It's to the east. Another ground ball down the first base line, and a nice play by Lewis. Another one well struck. She'll step on the bag. Runner moves to third. A little more, I guess, southeast Texas. Everything, and some people consider North Texas more central. Yeah, I think Waco is more central.
Sure.
So, but then some people tell you it's Austin. So, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I do it in proximity to Houston, so a couple hours away from Houston is kind of where I would call Blue Ridge. But a runner at third for Bethany. We have two outs. This one chopped at the plate. Is it going to be fair? Oh, they're going to call it foul. Rodriguez did everything she could to keep it in play, but it had the runner outs. As Russell kind of chopped it off the plate. And Rodriguez did kind of a veteran move there to try and lead into the line and see if the umpire might give you the call.
Absolutely. Sell it.
You saw Rasmussen smiling about it too. I thought she got away with one. As it is an 0-1 count on Craddy. That was Russell who grounded out to first. 0-1 pitch, little low, and the count's 1-1. Bethany with a runner at third, two outs. Top of the fourth inning, Ottawa leading 4-0. All four runs for the Braves coming in the first inning as they were able to bat around, including two triples. Which seeing one of those is a rare feat in a game, but seeing two in the same inning. 1-1 pitch, low. Nice job by Rodriguez to block that one. Count it 2-1. Craddy has done well this year with runners in scoring position, 14 RBIs on the season for her. Two-one pitch from Rasmussen, chopped at the plate, and it goes foul, and we're even at 2-2.
Deuce is wild.
So far, Bethany hasn't been, I would say, too active on the base pass at this point, but not a huge lead at third right now for the base runner. Russell, 2-2 pitch, just when we hit the third, it's going to be a tough play for Fabian. Quickly over to first, gets her by a couple steps. Great play, and staying calm, making a throw with the first to avoid giving up the run. As Ottawa leads 4-0, we go to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Ottawa University Based Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLF.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
As a minimalist, paying less for insurance is more.
Nice place. Is your house a bubble?
It's a dome. I find corners unnecessary.
At Liberty Mutual, that's how we feel about overpaying for insurance.
But I do miss having shelves.
What would you put on them?
Nothing, obviously.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
We're all ready for spring. Now's the time to get ready for spring projects with help from the Home Depot. Install a brand new faucet, lay down fresh new flooring, roll on a bright new coat of paint. Need to figure square footage or paint coverage? Our project calculators will do the math. Do it all from our app and get delivery right to your door. Download our mobile app to get started. Bring on spring with innovative help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Rasmussen able to get out of that jam with a runner on third and get another ground out. That left side of the infield has been so busy for OU so far, and those two freshmen have really stood up to the challenge so far for OU.
Yeah, no, they've looked very comfortable over there fielding balls.
Leading off for the Braves will be Fabian, followed by Hickman, and then Bates. So 8-9 and 1 for OU.
You know, I think this is also a part of the game, Casey, where you have to be, as Ottawa, you don't want to get complacent. I mean, a 4-run lead looks good right now, but
a 6-run or a 7-run lead looks better.
Absolutely.
Well, and you know, another dynamic is we have 2 games today, and if Ottawa were to put 4 or 5 in an inning, you could potentially rest Rasmussen if you need an emergency in game 2, which Ottawa did use against York over the weekend, and knowing that you have the kind of the ace in the hole you can bring out if you need to, but if you're up big, you have the ability to do that. First pitch delivered to Fabian is a fastball low for ball 1. Fabian pops it up in the infield on the second pitch. Catch made in fair territory by the third baseman, Craddy, for the first out.
You know, I think with the wind blowing there a little bit made that play a little more difficult. It was up in the air and just kind of hung and drifted back into fair territory.
Brings up the 9-hitter, Tommy Lynn Hickman. Hickman, the junior from Oskaloosa, and her bunt attempt on a rise ball is nicked and back to the screen for strike 1. And not sure if Quezada is making that change. That's the third time Ottawa's tried to show bunt. One of them's turned into a pop-up, the other one a miss for a strike, but every time Ottawa's tried to let a bunt, we've seen that rise ball.
Yes.
0-1 pitch, and a change-up in there is Hickman way out in front, and the count at 0-2. 0-2 delivery, a rise ball way out of the zone, and Hickman swings at it for strike 3. It's Quezada's second strikeout of the afternoon. And you talk about Quezada, gave up 3 hits in the first inning and 4 runs, no hits since. Has given up a couple base runners on walks, but that's it. Third time around the lineup here for OU, starting with Sammy Bates, and a changeup low for ball 1.
Yeah, because I was really started to mix that change up in.
2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning as Bates takes a fastball at the letters for ball 2. Sammy walked in the first and popped to the catcher in the second. 2-2 pitch, rise ball high. They're going to call it a strike. Very similar location as the last pitch. Counted 2-1. 2-1 delivery, rise ball high, count to 3-1. I think with 2 outs, knowing that you have Pickering coming to the plate, I think we're going to get either a fastball or something for Bates to hit here. You don't want Walker throwing the Pickering's in the on-deck circle. 3-1 delivery to Bates. This one lifted down the line, coming in hard and almost making the diving grab as Melanie Lucero drops it and Bates goes all the way to second. What an effort from Lucero, laying out, just couldn't bring it in with that right hand.
Yeah, the ball was in her glove, and I think when she laid full out and hit the ground, the ball kind of popped loose at that point.
So Bates standing on second, Ottawa trying to get something going with 2 outs, and it's Allie Pickering stepping into the box.
And really good base running by Bates as well. She had the play in front of her and could see the ball squared away and could take the extra base. Get herself in the scoring position.
This one lifted to the gap in left center. Back to the track. It's one hop off the wall. Bates will come in and score, and Pickering with a triple and a double in 3 plate appearances, and Ottawa leads 5-0.
And they had that base running by Bates turned into a run right there.
Which, when that ball was placed, she probably would have scored from first, like she did in the first inning. But, just knowing as a pitcher that there is a player running, runner in scoring position, a single is going to have her score where a single where she's standing on first base, not the case with 2 outs.
Right.
It'll be Allison Carney with Pickering standing on second base. Fastball for a strike on the first pitch of the at-bat to Carney. Pop to the catcher and pop to third in her 2 plate appearances. A 1 pitch from Quezada, popped foul on a changeup. Count at 0-2.
Big 2-out hit there, gets a run home with a chance to add more.
You see, Carney has that left wrist taped up, kind of holding her arm over the top of her helmet after that foul ball, as it's 0-2, now 1-2 on the fastball high. 1-2 count, 2 outs, and I'm not sure Carney's okay. She's going to come down here and talk to first base coach Sam Mendez. As it is a 1-2 count with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Pickering standing at second with the RBI double. Now with 2 RBIs on the afternoon here in Game 1. Reminder, we will have Game 2 to follow about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, so make sure you stick with us. Hear a little bit of music between games, and then we'll get you right back to Ottawa. As Carney back in from that right side. 1-2 pitch to Allison, who crushed over the dugout, foul. Again, just a little out in front of it.
And if her wrist was bothering her, Casey, didn't show it on that swing for sure.
You catch him on the barrel, I don't think too many things hurt after catching one like that. And we'll go at 1-2 one more time. He's out of fastball outside, and the count to 2-2. He's out of 69th pitch. Thrown there. Rasmussen through 4 innings has only thrown 59. 2-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Braves already played 1. This one hit hard, but it's in foul territory, drifting towards the fence. And Lucero makes the grab in foul territory for the 3rd out. As Ottawa does get one across and lead it 5-0. Go to the 5th inning. It's Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM at KLFO.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. While making funeral arrangements, we hear some of the most delightful stories. We hope you record those stories to pass down to future generations. Dangle & Son sets the standard in funeral service.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Allie Pickering's one-run double in the bottom of the fourth inning extends Ottawa's lead to 5-0. Pickering with a triple and a double so far has been tremendous for Ottawa in that two-hole. Up for Bethany, Quezada, Lucero, and Callan. And this one hit a cue shot that's going to bounce at second, diving for the bag. Smart play by Carney, as that one had a ton of backspin on it. Dropped in forward, spun back towards the first base bag, and knowing that Loomis was off the bag, that was really the only play.
No, absolutely smart play, and reach out with the ball in the glove, secure it. A bit of a dangerous play, even with the wrist bothering there, appearingly so.
One out, top of the fifth. Melanie Lucero, who ended the last inning, shows bunt and misses for strike one. Lucero, who almost had a SportsCenter Top 10 catch in the last half inning, actually kept the inning alive for Ottawa after she dropped it. Pickering ended up bringing Bates in from second. Just laid out for one, just couldn't bring it all the way in. 0-1 pitch, fouled, and it's 0-2. Talk about the two sisters, Melanie Lucero and then her sister Calissa Lucero on this team from Denver, Colorado. 0-2 pitch, Rasmussen rise ball as Lucero lays off of it in the count of 1-2. .62 pitches for Rasmussen, 40 strikes, 16 balls. This one hit right back up the middle on one hop, on her back foot, great throw by Carney. And that is two tremendous plays from Allison Carney defensively here in the fifth.
And she looks very comfortable, former shortstop, correct?
Correct.
So, fielding balls at odd angles and making throws to first.
9-hitter Julie Cowan. That's third in the inning and takes fastball low. And count at 1-0. Cowan hitting .246, grounded to the pitcher in the second inning. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. And count to 1-1. This is a Bethany team that can score in bunches. They've shown it this year. And they hit .274 as a team, but have scored 157 runs in those 28 games. 1-1 pitch from Rasmussen outside and low, and a count to 2-1. Seeing a pretty consistent strike zone here through the first game. At times giving a little bit more at the boats. And a couple strikes here and there, but overall these pitchers seem to have a good idea of where it's at.
Yeah, no, it's been very consistent, I would say.
2-1 pitch from Rasmussen, looped down the line, hit hard but foul for strike two. We'd like to be able to get Cowan out here before you turn over the lineup here in the potential sixth inning. Mayfield Rasmussen, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the fifth, Braves up 5-0 on the Bethany College Swedes. Delivery from Rasmussen, shot at the plate, it's going to be foul just barely.
Just enough English to kick back into foul territory.
Callan with an on-base percentage at .500 on the year, an average at .333. No home runs and an RBI. Two-two pitch from Rasmussen, took a little bit off, goes with the changeup, and gets Callan looking to end the inning. As Ottawa will head to the bottom of the fifth, up 5-0. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance, and MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month. You might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply by March 31st. You can save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have, and start saving. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Head to the bottom of the fifth, up for Ottawa. Loomis, Brunfield, and Durney. As Ottawa defensively, two big plays there from Kearney out in the field on what could have been base hits on both of those grounders. And then Rasmussen getting the strikeout, looking her fifth of the afternoon.
You know, Kearney, those two plays were excellent plays. Showed good balance and poise.
Loomis from the left side takes a fastball outside for ball one as she tripled, had an RBI triple in the first and then flied to right in the third. One of the pitch, change-up that she is way out in front of for strike one. Got even the 1-1.
Big smile on her face. She knew that I was fooled for sure.
Loomis, the 5'9" infielder from Wichita, senior, takes fastball high and it counts at 2-1. You look at that group from a year ago, those seniors, really only one didn't return, and she returned as a student assistant. So a team that felt like had a lot of talent coming back, and you plug in some holes with some fresh, and then they have just gone on a tear here, sitting at 17-3 as Loomis fouls one down the third base line.
No, that's many times the key to having a successful team is have some experience and how well can you gel the younger members of that team together, and how quickly do they gel together.
Well, and you didn't, a little different, I guess we can talk about after this pitch, but as Loomis is going to call time, a little different situation for this group of players than what the players for this fall, knowing that you get your year back. At that point, you didn't know if the NAI was going to give you your year back for baseball, softball, and every other spring sport.
Right.
So you, at that point, when you played that last game and it got canceled after that, you had no idea. Loomis going to get a base hit on the right side of the infield. Diving effort from Callan, but unable to get it, and Ottawa gets a leadoff single. So just a different dynamic overall than, all season, everyone that's playing football and basketball and every other sport knows, I get my year back this year, but all those spring sports, after you got told not to come back from spring break, you had to think about it for a while before you got to make a decision whether you want to play one more time. Foul back by Bunfill on the first pitch. Shortstop has 2 walks and also has come around to score a run. One delivery to Bunfield, breaking ball low and outside, and it counts to 1-1. And when you look at kind of the progression of a 4, 5, 6 hitter, You see the home run numbers go up and the average go down. Very opposite for Bunfield, who hits 271, but also has 4 home runs, 19 RBIs on the year, and we've seen her draw 2 walks, and usually from a 4 or 5. That's really tough to find that kind of patience at the plate.
Well, no, I mean, she's obviously very comfortable hitting in that spot. I think sometimes hitters put extra pressure on themselves to hit in those RBI power spots.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Bunfield after the foul ball. Runner at first row, outs in the inning, and the Bunfield go around. We'll wait to see what he says. She went around on the check swing. So strikeout for Quezada, and the first out for Ottawa in the bottom of the 5th.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Designated player Candace Journey steps to the plate. She was hit by a pitch in the first inning and then struck out swinging in the 3rd. And a good fastball there from Quezada to start out that plate appearance against Journey. Journey, .319 average, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. 0-1 pitch, another one right down the middle, just took a little off of it, and Journey out in front, and the count at 0-2 as that one's fouled back.
Yeah, and she just missed that one, Casey. It was just under it and straight back to the screen on the line.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. For OU is Loomis. 0-2 pitch that and Journey was hit by the pitch. That's why we were waiting to kind of see what to call it. So she'll go down the second time she's been hit by a pitch today. And she will take her base.
It looked like that pitch just drifted into the right-handed batter's box and caught her on the knee.
Gregory Carey, the head coach for Bethany, asking for a little bit of an explanation here. As we're going to have a pinch runner, we are. As it's going to be number 19 for OU, Olivia Kloster, a 5'3" freshman from Broomfield, Colorado. She will pinch run for Durney, who has taken 2 hit by pitches today. The first one on the elbow, which had the elbow guard there, and then the next one on the leg. Still just 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Braves up 5-0, trying to add to the lead as it's going to be Justice Rodriguez, the catcher. 2 pop-ups for her, 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd. Rodriguez, a 5'3" freshman from Kansas City, Kansas. Played at Turner High School. She shows a great bunt delivered. They're going to go to first for 1 as they get Rodriguez, but the runners move to 2nd and 3rd, and that's exactly how you draw it up on that sac bunt.
Well, great job there. She got the ball down on the ground, out in front, made the pitcher field it, and safely advanced the runners.
Brings to the plate, Sierra Fabian, who already has 2 RBIs on the afternoon and chance to knock it wide open for OU. Takes fastball inside for ball 1. Had a 2 RBI single in the 1st inning. 1-0 pitch popped up in the infield. Coming in strong is the left fielder, making the grab is Lucero for the 3rd out. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left on base for OU. Braves still lead at 5-0 as we go to the 6th. You're listening now to University Braves softball on 1220 at 103.7 FM KOFO.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Braves unable to bring in those 2 runners at second and third, but still lead at 5-0 as we start the top of the 6th with the top of the Bethany lineup. Egley, Rosa, and Flores. 1, 2, 3 to hit for Bethany. So the Braves lead it by 5.
What do you think for Bethany at this point? A sense of urgency. You've got your top of the lineup up. The best opportunity probably to try to get on Rasmussen here and push some runs across and challenge the Braves.
Egley reached base on an error in the first and struck out swinging. She gets a fastball low for ball 1. Struck out looking in the third. One-0 pitch from Rasmussen. It's going to be hit to second. Carney diving play. Can she get the throw in time? Yes! What an effort from Allison Carney. And now they're going to come and talk about whether it was a bobble at first base, as it looked like Loomis had it in the glove, but we're at a tough angle here down the first base line. We'll wait and see what they talk about, but I'm not sure what you saw, Matt, but
yeah, I mean, I did see a bobble, but it was a matter of whether it was there before or after the out was recorded.
But again, Carney able to dive to her left, get it out of her glove. It's great speed from Egley. Made it a close play. And Loomis able to haul it in for out number 1 in the 6th. Braves up 5-0, 1 out. Allison Rosa, rise ball high for ball 1.
And I know it's a matter of protocol for the third base coach to ask the home umpire to check with the first base umpire.
Just in case, yeah.
But given the angle where the field umpire was standing for the play, it was hard to override that.
1-0 pitch from Rasmussen, low for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes to Rosa, and you're talking about Bethany trying to get aggressive here, a good opportunity, and she does foul one back to the screen. She was a little behind it. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out, top of the 6th. Braves up 5-0 on Bethany. Rosa with an open stance from the right side. 2-1 delivery. A little outside and the count to 3-1. As a pitcher mentality changed a little bit third time through the lineup, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, I think you go back to what's working. Obviously everything's been working so far today for Rasmussen.
3-1 pitch from Kaysen. Going to be hit to second again. Carney a little bit easier this time. That one softly hit to her and will go to first to Loomis for the second out.
I think, and honestly, Casey, in my opinion, is you don't have to make a lot of changes at this point. What you've been doing has been working. Stick with the game plan, and until it, don't pick something that's not broken.
Batting third, Flores, the shortstop, and a fastball in there for strike 1. Rasmussen so far hasn't really lost, a whole lot of velocity from first inning to 6th inning. Oh, 1 pitch, rise ball that's a little out of the zone and count to 1-1.
Might have even picked up a little velocity as the game has run on. Got her sleeveless arms warmed up.
Flores struck out looking in the first, grounded to short in the first. This one hard hit to short. Bunfield diving, goes over to first, and she got her. What an effort to end the inning from Bunfield. As that will end it for Bethany in the sixth. No runs, no hits, none left on base. We go to the bottom of the sixth. You're listening now to University of Blaze Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
You can get your COVID-19 vaccine now at Kramer Pharmacy, your local Ottawa pharmacy at 134 South Main. Call us today at Kramer Pharmacy, 785-242-2055, or visit KramerRx.com and we'll put you on the waiting list and provide you with more information. Your health is our priority at Kramer Pharmacy. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaging local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, and insights from nationwide businesses. Talk to Stephen Bradley, 785-242-4700, extension 108. It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Raise up 5-0 as they'll come to the plate in the sixth inning. As Quezada will face off against Hickman, Bates, and Pickering, 9-1 and 2 in the sixth, and Braves with a 5-0 lead. And as a head coach, a lead of 5-0, Matt, and you're telling your hitters, if it looks good, go ahead and take a hack, or you continue to stay patient.
I think you just stay with what's been working for you. I think the downside is if you tell them to just go take a hack, then you start developing bad habits that carry over in the game too.
Great point there. Hickman 0 for 2, flew right in the first and struck out swinging in the fourth, and she gets a fastball down the middle for strike one. A 1 pitch, as that one is going to be fair. Thought it was going to end up in foul territory, but just a soft ground ball to first for the first out. Stepping on the bag for Bethany is Egley. And remind me, Matt, I was thinking back to our first trip out to Great Bend in 2018. It was the Bethany team that was at the same hotel, right, that during that tornado warning. Correct. We all had to shelter. That was a crazy day. They had a tornado outside of Hutch. That storm was, that was some of the hardest winds I've ever, the rain was coming down sideways. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, and as fast as it got there, it cleared out. But it rained buckets.
Bates takes 2 fastballs low in the dirt and the count at 2-0, and that's unfortunate for Great Bend. The weather hasn't cooperated during the KCAC tournament over the last couple of years. Great facilities. You have baseball and softball right next to each other, but when it rains, it makes it really difficult as those fields get super wet. But the Rec Commission in Great Bend does an awesome job with the KCAC tournament. As Bates ahead in the count here at 3-0. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike and the count to 3-1. It's also a lot of fun when they have 2 softball games going and a baseball game all at the same time, and it's all in that complex, and you get all the KCAC fans in there. It's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, exactly how you'd want a conference tournament. Here's Bates driving one to center, going back though, taking a couple steps and making the grab as Calissa Lucero for the second out of the bottom of the sixth inning.
Yeah, and then the chances when you have 2 teams, like the Ottawa baseball team might be playing, and the Ottawa softball team's there to cheer them on for the event as they walk by and so forth.
It's a great opportunity. As an alum and a broadcaster, never a bad thing when both teams are there. I'll have to hit up our good friend Mike Hake. I'm sure I see him traveling all the time now. He did a lot of play-by-play for us a couple years ago when the Braves made it to the KCAC tournament. Pickering takes a fastball low, and then she pounds the next one. Hard hit for a base hit into right field as she is seeing the ball very well.
Well, absolutely. And both of the balls that she's hit hard have been up in the zone. Definitely likes that high pitch.
I tell you what, sometimes on these broadcasts, we're pretty close to home plate, and you'll catch a little bit of a nick on a softball, but all three of those, I guarantee our listeners can hear them, that she has just smoked them. As she is actually a home run away from the cycle, if I'm not mistaken here, Matt.
Yes, you are correct.
So I'm not sure she's going to get another chance to come up to the plate. Tripled did the hard stuff first. Triple, double, single, and then, you have the potential home run. But it'll be Allison Carney to the plate for OU. She was 0 for 3. 2 pop-ups and flied to left. Going is Pickering. That throw is going to end up in center field as she will take second base. 2-0 count on Carney. Pickering at second. Game 2 to follow. Ottawa can get the final 3 outs in the 7th. Up 5-0. 2-0 pitch. This one smashed down the line. Lucero diving, can't make the grab. This one going all the way to the corner, and stepping on home is Pickering. Big turn at second for Carney, but she'll stand at second. And we saw her on her last plate appearance get a hold of one, and that time able to keep it between the lines.
Yeah, she hit that ball on a line and hit it hard enough that it had the natural right-handed tail down the line, and just enough outreach of the outstretched left fielder.
Melania Lucero, another valiant effort in left field, but unable to bring it in, and Ottawa adds to it. And this one's hit deep to right field. Hickman going back to the wall. It is gone. Make that, Lindsay Loomis with that home run from that left side. They both look similar when they step into the box there. But Loomis delivers the 2-run shot, and Ottawa wins game 1 8-0. That is 8 after 6. What a way to walk it off.
Absolutely.
So Braves win it 8-0 in game 1. We'll have game 2 here in about 30 minutes. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up game 1. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220, 103.7 FM KOFO.
No matter the brand, Adamson Brothers can prepare your home comfort system for the cold Kansas winter ahead. Call them today, 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Run with us on a John Deere Z365R Z-Track mower, built for taking it easy. With the Easy Change 30-second oil change system and standard mulch control to control your clippings without any extra effort. Because lawns aren't just for mowing, they're for living. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a new Z300 Series 0 Turn mower with 0% APR for 24 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 1-800-226-8903.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today, because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Have you heard the news? The ORC is now offering Zumba on Monday nights. Zumba will give you a total workout combining all elements of fitness, cardio, muscle conditioning, balance, and flexibility. We are accepting in-person and online registrations, so get signed up today. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards. It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education. Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Lindsay Loomis able to, walk it off, per se, and run real fashion. Braves win it 8-0 in 6 innings over Bethany College in game 1. Braves scored 4 runs in the first inning on 3 hits. That included an Allie Pickering triple as she finished 3 for 4, a triple, a double, and 2 RBIs. Lindsey Loomis with that home run ended up with 3 RBIs, so she was 3 for 4. Kason Rasmussen, 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, no earned runs. We'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up Game 1. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance, and MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month. You might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply by March 31st. You can save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have and start saving. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Braves win it in Game 1, 8-0 in 6 innings. As they go to 18-3 on the year, 5-0 in the KCAC. Bethany falls to 8-21, 2-1 in conference. We'll have Game 2 to start here in about 20 minutes. Make sure you stay with us. We'll have coverage for you, and we'll also get you scores from the baseball game that is starting to the left of us in just a few minutes, along with everything else going on at Ottawa University Athletics. You've been listening to Ottawa University Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves softball on KOFO. Brought to you by Quality Structures, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Edmund Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kramer Pharmacy, Ottawa Recreation Commission, and Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home. OU Braves softball on KOFO is also brought to you by Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, and Harvest Bank. For more information about our Ottawa University Braves sports broadcast, visit the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
Good evening, I'm Paige Rockwood in the KOFO newsroom with this hour's top stories.